Hi everybody, how are you all doing? Hi Shandy, how are you doing? So this is a unscheduled live, wasn't planned, kind of pushed into it by Tina saying go on, get on the live, do a live. Just update everybody with what's going on in the paranormal community. Panaka, hello, how are you doing? Callum, hello. Marie, hello from Finland. How is everybody doing? What are you being up to? Working? Ellie Bell, hello. Tina, hello. So, as you're all probably aware, there's a lot of drama going on in the paranormal community. Really recent. Marie loved your My Haunted Hotel investigation. Excellent. We really enjoyed it. It was a really good experience. I'm glad you liked it. Stella, hello. Eric, how are you doing? Gillian, good evening. The Share, exactly. The Mad Wecker, hello. How am I feeling? I'm better. I'm on antibiotics. Slowly getting there. It just happens every year with me. They paid us, apparently so. Mr. Rough Dog, wow, first time I've had a YouTube alert that isn't hours late. How are you? Yay. Yeah, a lot of trouble been going on in the paranormal community, as you probably are all aware, because I know you all follow Beardo and also Purple. There's a lot of hate and haters going around at the minute. One of the things we think it is the fakers creating fake channels, coming onto each debunker's channel and trying to create a whole lot of problems. Marie said, we are both so positive. We do try to be. Yeah, I haven't really been feeling up to coming on live. We do have one of our versions of the most haunted hotel room 6 video. What I did, I slept in room 6 by myself. When I say slept, I mean kind of just laid there for 5.5 hours because I just wasn't getting any sleep. So we'll do that stuff, Shandy. Yeah, unfortunate, My Haunted Hotel wanted some reputable guys to go along. Beardo and myself was invited. When I say myself, PSI, Tony and I. And as you all know, both teams are very skeptical. We don't let anything go, really. And we investigated. It's a shame we have to keep going over this because of some of the haters out there. You've been to paranormal investigating at Sheffield General Cemetery. I've done a 3-part video. In part 3, I believe I got a spirit box response. Oh, cool, Callum. I have to put it on your channel. Foxy Red, fluff the haters, we got you. Yeah, it just kind of brings you down a bit. I know all three of us put a lot of time and effort into that. And then haters just kind of come along and try and bring you down. SR Spookfest, hello. You wouldn't sleep there. Well, we had, I mean, there was 8 rooms to choose from, really. Don't don't know why I was drawn to room 6, but I went for room 6. I think Beto got room 2 and Tony got room 4. Oh, thank you, Marie. Our style is so solid in both investigating and debunking. Very kind. You wasn't impressed with my haunted hotel, but that's your opinion. Cool. You know, we went there hoping to experience something, and we did. A lot of what we experienced wasn't shown in that episode because we was investigating for over 10 hours. They only showed about 40 minutes. Ellie Bell, thank you. That's very kind to say that. Tina's saying, at the end of the day, you and Beto have done nothing wrong. F, what the idiot say? Yeah. You know, we're getting accused of all kinds of things. It's ridiculous. Apparently, we've been paid off to fake at the hotel. That's so ridiculous. You know, we've got a reputation, what we've had for a long time. As PSI, about 18 years, but we've been researching for 31 years. We wouldn't destroy that reputation. Just money's not worth it to us. We wanted to see something paranormal. And we certainly experienced something. We can't say it was paranormal or not because we just don't know. We can't at the minute explain what it was. Callum's going to put part 1 up, part 2 tomorrow, and part 3 on Friday. Cool. I need to watch that. I'll have a look. Don't let them get you down, says Stella. Yeah, you know, Beato's our friend Parple and the other debunkers. We all kind of watch each other and support each other. And Beto was watching ours alive, I think, one night, and somebody said something. I don't know if they were saying it in joke or what, but that kind of got to Beto a bit. And, you know, I've been on Beto's channel and people are asking him to debunk PSI, the shirt pull. We quite welcome anybody to have a look at that footage and let us know how that was done, because we don't know how it was done. We didn't do it, and the hotel certainly didn't do it. We can't explain what Beto's experience was really because we wasn't there with him. We wasn't in the room. We can't say. We just, all of us are putting a lot of work in. I know the guys at the Haunted Hotel have as well. They've put a lot of effort into it, and it's bringing everybody down, I think. But, you know, we're trying to stay positive through it all. We're getting there. We're doing what people want. We're investigating and we're showing what was captured. We aren't forcing anything down anybody's throats. If they don't want to believe it, that's down to them. But I can tell you what happened in that room with us in room 3 was genuine. With the share, we also captured a cool EVP. And I don't think it showed you on the episode, but we heard a woman's voice outside that room door. And Tony was saying he thinks he's captured it on his footage. So hopefully when Tony gets a chance, because Tony works a lot of hours, he's trying to get something together as well to show you those little things what My Haunted Hotel haven't published. Pittsburgh Paranormal Hunters, good evening or good morning or afternoon, whatever time it is in your part of the States. I hope you're doing good. Ryan's saying we only get haters because we're getting the debunk. You are getting the debunks wrong. Legit debunks get respect. False debunks lose respect. We're getting debunks wrong, are we? You're entitled to your opinion. Fox, the Mad Wecker, we believe in you guys. Foxy Red, sorry. My only issue is I find the voice from the Greystall weird electronic, but I've not witnessed it firsthand, of course. Yeah, I mean, obviously we saw the footage, but we wasn't there. We didn't have our equipment in. When Beto heard that, within a few minutes, they actually radioed us to go into the room. but we didn't know what we was walking into, so we didn't have our sound equipment as such on us. We only had our voice recorders. We was doing voice recordings, trying to capture EVPs, and we didn't get anything. We didn't hear any voices. So that was an experience what Beardo had himself. 2 people for £160. Is that for 2, obviously? I suppose that's not bad. 80 quid a night, considering you will get, as far as I'm aware, they open up the full upstairs to you, and you go in all the rooms, and it's just at the end of the night you pick a room. But yeah, I mean, go for it if you think you want to go and experience it for yourself. Eric saying Shertug was his favourite part of the investigation. I'll let you into something about that shirt pull. When it happened, I stood and thought a minute before it actually happened, and I said to Tony, "I'm sure my shirt's just been pulled." I said, "But I'm not certain." And he said to me, "Radio it to control." The guys from Haunted Hotel was sat in the control room. So I radioed it through. I said, "I think the shirt's being pulled. Can you check the footage?" They went back through the footage. I radioed us straight back, and we could hear screaming down the radio. They were super excited about what they'd seen. They said, "You need to get down here quick." So us and Beat, we all rushed downstairs, and he was showing us the footage. And yeah, I mean, the shirt pulls there. Shandy, do you think that's a lot of money, Shandy? We've paid hell of a lot more for some locations. Stella, I believe you. Well, I do appreciate that. Like I say, we're not trying to say it's paranormal. We just can't prove it is paranormal, even though you can see the shirt moving. We don't know what's caused it. There's a few theories what it could be using science, but we don't know. Foxy Red's proposing a debunkers convention. You know what? That's not the first time I've heard that in this week. Sorry, I'm just catching up with these comments. There was a group of 9 people. They had the majority of the top floor. Yeah, I know. I think the hire it out per room. Normally a couple of room, 2 people in each room, because they do have. I think memory serves me correctly. There's at least a double bed or a double and a single in each room. The only room I think what hasn't got a bed in was room 8 with the grey stall. I can see Tina's taking all the negative comments out there. Thanks, Tina. We've heard a lot of negativity over the last couple of days. Not just me or Tony, but also Beardo, Purple, all of them. There's something going on in the fakers community, shall I say. They're all creating fake accounts and they're jumping on our channels. And because we've debunked their work in the past, they're going to make it hell for us. They see it as an opportunity. But, we're not going to listen to negativity anymore. We're just going to delete it. Can't be bothered to argue with them. Sage the Kangaroo. Seeing this channel and Beardos and others make me happy. Please keep doing this. You give many others hope. Yeah. That I mean, one of the reasons why we're doing it is because, for me personally, I don't like seeing people getting scammed. These big channels, when they're charging that subscription, you're paying to see that ghost, and that ghost is faked. And I'm sure you know which channels I'm talking about in the UK. It's deceiving, isn't it? But there's the flip side of the coin. You're giving the paranormal community a bad name if you're faking. We don't get much respect as paranormal investigators because people think, "Oh, you guys fake it." It's not like that. We don't do that. We're really skeptical. We're here to provide the evidence we capture. We're not here to prove ghosts exist or the paranormal exists. That's not what PSI is about. We're just there to capture the evidence and present it. Isn't it hot in there though, Gillian? I think it was, yeah, because obviously the pub's downstairs, and we got a thermal camera out. And at first, Tony thought he'd captured something, a thermal. What was it called? It like there was a hot spot, and he said, "Oh, I think I've got something." And we was checking it out, and I said, "Just check the rest of the room out." It was at the bottom of the wall, so he started filming in thermal around the edges of all the wall, and there was hot spots all around the room. The heat escaping from the pub downstairs comes through all the rooms, so it is what. I think they have an open fire as well, so take a sleeping bag though if you stay over. Yeah, it's fairly warm. I mean, I'm not plugging it, so you just go there. I'm genuine when I say things are happening in that hotel. What can't be explained at the moment. Mike, how are you doing, Mike? Foxy Red, thank you for the 20 towards the convention. Those investigators, debunkers, guys do invaluable work. Thank you. Thank you so much. We do appreciate it. Yeah, we need to sort something out like that, don't we? Like a convention somewhere where everybody can just pile in and get to. We do appreciate that. Thank you. Lisa, hello. You can go to Accrington's Old Courts and Cop Shop for less than £50, I think. But you don't get a bed. Says Shandy. Accrington. Right. I'm trying to think how far away that is from us. We're always looking for new places. Somewhere with some kind of provenance, like, you know, if there's been a lot of death. I know that sounds a bit morbid, but that's what type of activity or energy we're looking for. Or if there's been a lot of other sightings, we like to go as well. I'm true to my word. Thank you, Gillian. Marie saying the faker's ego is running wild. It is at the moment. Ellie Bell saying, Mark, you guys and Beto were alone that night, right? No, the visitors were in. Absolutely not. The hotel itself, it's got a weird setup. The bottom level is a pub. Harry actually owns the pub as well as the hotel. The second level is where it's got there's a bar. They've got a big table, a couple of big benches, and it's where the control room is and the toilets. The level above that on the third floor is where all the rooms are, all 8 rooms. Not sure if there's more than 8 rooms, but that's all we could see was the 8 rooms. Room 7 was empty, but it was just in the process of being done out as the new room. We did take a sneak peek in there. We did have a look. I walked through the full hotel by myself after we'd done the filming for My Haunted Hotel. Just have a look in at every room because we didn't get a chance while I was doing it with them. There was radioing us. Oh, can you please go to room 3? Yeah, great. We got what we did. Oh, great. Now, please go to room 6. Please go to room 8. You know, things like that. So that's pretty much how it was. And I don't know if that's how it works when you go and book with them. If there's a group of you and they're in the control room asking you where to go and things like that. Accrington Courts. Sounds good. Yeah, Tina's doing a great job keeping everything under control. Have I heard anything about Rochelle? I haven't actually seen Rochelle. She's one of the mods on here. I haven't seen her for a while. I do hope she's all right. Gillian said room 7 was very hot, made you feel sick. Well, as you know, room 6 is next to it, and room 6 and 7 is in a corridor away from all the other rooms. So I was at the end of this corridor by myself in this room all night while the guys were kind of close to each other. I thought, I'm the furthest away if anything happens. I did actually hear footsteps walk across from room 7 past room 6 front door and past during the night as well. My camera didn't pick it up. I was having technical issues, really some weird problems with my camera that night. Like I said, I have made a video of the night in room 6. I've condensed it all down because a lot of it's just me. I've got my 4K camera sat on the side, pointing at the window because I was hearing things from the glass window. That's at least where I thought it was coming from. I don't want to spoil the video too much, but the camera picks up other things what I did not hear on the night. And there's going to be people out there that's saying, that's fake, you've done that. And I didn't do that because through that footage, I was like nodded off. I was laid down trying to get some sleep. I was absolutely knackered. Took me 2 days to recover from that investigation. Some people they've started labeling it now as paranormal hangover. We just label it as being knackered and getting old. Roy Collins, good question. Being a skeptic, do you believe there's more to come after death? I've got to share this with you, Roy. I do, because I'm a Christian and a minister in a church. I follow the path of Christ, so I would like to think heaven is coming for me next. That's just my beliefs. I'm not putting that on anybody. And your own towel. Yeah, I think my room had a shower in it. I didn't get a shower. I was a bit, after a full night of being knackered and walking around investigating, we just wanted to get some breakfast and go home to bed. And it was like nearly 3-hour drive from work. Beano was even further. It was about 5 hours. It took us about 3 hours to get there. Stella's saying, our channel's so refreshing to watch. The best thing to come on YouTube for ages. No offense to the others. You just do it differently. Thank you very much. We've all got our own ways of doing things. But we do like to think we're doing things differently. Oh, I didn't see all that. There's a lot of people coming. The chat's just caught up. There's hundreds. When am I putting the video out? It's almost finished. With all the negativity that's about at the minute, we've all been feeling a bit down. So I've just kind of holding off a bit. It's going to be there. I just hope the moderators are keeping an eye on it because I can't be bothered with negativity. There's a pub further down the road, the same road, which is 200 yards older than the Haunted Hotel. Yeah, I forgot the name of the hotel, the pub's name. I should know that. I've just been to it. Scadius, hello. Mike, convention would be amazing. It'd be cool. PSI was the very first to do a paranormal convention in Hull, the town where we are, city, if you like. And after that, I think they had things like horror conventions rather than paranormal. But ours was the very first. I don't know if they've done another one since in Hull to do with paranormal investigators and mediumship and things like that. I've got a drink, thank you, Tina. It's on down here on the floor. Apple and pear. Cheers. You only remember the name Accrington from an old milk advert. Yeah, Accrington Stanley. Who are they? It's the most haunted event. It's East Lancashire. What's the most haunted event? No, I mean, if we do any kind of paranormal convention, it won't be labelled with most haunted. Shandy would like a coffee with 2, Tina, please. Good evening, Badger. Sorry, I'm just catching up on these comments. Lisa saying, did the hotel give you any vibes? It certainly did. Not really until, and you're not going to believe this, but roommate, the Greystall, what everybody fears, there's nothing at all. I mean, I'm sensitive to things anyway, and I just sat there and I'm happy as Larry. Was trying to capture some EVPs, we didn't get anything. At one point, I thought I may have heard a whistle, but I don't know. Room 6, the one I stayed in, that was giving me some vibes by the end of the night. I think mostly because I was really tired. I've cut it out the video, but there's one point where I'm swearing. I'm saying, will you F off? I'm trying to go to sleep. That's how much it was doing it and annoying me. I didn't feel fear at any time, but I was aware. You know, when you feel like you're being watched, that's how it felt, because you are being watched. One corner of the room, they've got a night vision infrared. On the other corner, directly above the little bed I was sleeping on, or trying to sleep in the corner, they had a thermal camera. I wouldn't say it gave me bad vibes. Yeah, room 6. If you get a chance and they ask you to stay in a room, I'd do room 6. Only because I had a few experiences, noises, audibles. I've only ever been to Chester Zoo, but it looks a nice place and very historical. All right. I've never been to Chester Zoo. Badger saying, I enjoyed the haunted hotel. The shark pull was weird. You know, it's open there. If people want to explain how that was done, please go ahead and do it. It certainly wasn't faked by us or the team at Haunted Hotel. We wouldn't do that. We're a skeptical team, as you know. We're there to try and capture the evidence. Was it paranormal? I don't know. Was there a scientific explanation? There could have been. Who knows? Even Noel and PSI. Cy Baker, hello. Badger, yeah, please, go just for the experience. We went, right, and we didn't even research it. We didn't research the history or the hauntings. The only thing we knew about, because we'd heard it before, was that doll, that Grace doll. And it was the only thing that never happened on the night for me. Kathy, good evening. You would love to investigate, but everything in Finland is so new, says Marie. It doesn't have to be old to investigate. I mean, new buildings could be built on old sites. You don't know what was there before unless you research it, obviously. But yeah, what we do when we run out of locations, we tend to start looking at. We just go to cemeteries and try to take some sound recordings and things like that. What was that? Oh, Foxy Red is now a VIP member. Welcome to the group, Foxy Red. Monthly, we're getting the Annabelle Project videos out. And I've also got a special video just for the channel members. There's some little, it's like a little bonus from the hotel. And it's an explanation on what could be causing some of the visuals when people are looking at the Grace doll at Haunted Hotel. It's nothing fake or anything like that. It's just something I want to point out. Rachel, how you? I can't get my words out. How are you doing? Kalitos, hello from hot Northern California. Hi, Franz. So when I'm scrolling on this chat, it jumps. So I'm missing a lot of what people are saying. Oh, Most Haunted done some live Halloween events from Accrington Courts. Some more Carl tugging goes. Oh, God. What you mean, like the 30 East Drive one? Can you guys hear that background music? Sod the haters, yeah. You know, I can't be around negative people because it makes me ill. I'm very empathic in that way, I think. Negative people really do make me ill. I can only manage it for so long. And, when I'm seeing these comments, I'm thinking, Beardo's put a lot of work in. We have, the guys at the hotel have, and I thought they put a good show on. It was obviously, it was a production basically, with no fakery. It was just as it was. And it kind of, when people are just slating you for the sake of it to try and wind you up, you think, oh, not again. But we expect it, I suppose. If we're going to present any kind of evidence, we're going to have people moaning about it or dissing it, I suppose. We say question everything. We don't mind people questioning everything as long as they're positive about it. 89 Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is. Obviously Celsius here in the UK. That's hotter than hell. It's 30 something, is it? Oh, right, okay. You still dip into Most Haunted now again. I think you got banned on their live. You got into beef with the residents. Right, okay. I mean, they've got a history of being caught doing naughty stuff, haven't they, really? They've been caught on the lives where they're kicking the counters and throwing pebbles or whatever it is. When you heard a woman's voice, was Beardo in the pentagram room? Pentagram room was room 6. That's the room I stayed in overnight by myself. We was in room 3. Don't know where Beardo was. There was nobody else in that building. There was Tony, myself in one room, and Beardo in another room at all times. And the reason why me and Tony stuck together is because we do work as a team. You probably saw it. We take an investigator's log with us when we're doing stuff. We take notes, and that's how we was trained. It's one of the best ways because you do not always remember everything. So every little thing, writing it down, time, equipment, whatever it was, So the woman's voice was in the hallway outside of room 3. It was very faint though. We did actually radio through to control to check the camera in the hallway, but they didn't pick it up. So that makes us think, was it actually outside or just inside the room? We don't know. And not forgetting, we're 2 floors up, so we couldn't hear them in the pub downstairs anyway. There's no music on. And it was late on as well. I think the pub had emptied. Oh, it's jumped again. You can hear music. I've just put something on a bit of a loop. I could have got my events. He was going to go alone just as COVID. It was £25 for 3 hours. That's not bad. You've still got your money. I would have demanded that. How did you pay for that? PayPal? I don't know how long you can leave it on PayPal before you can put a claim back in to retrieve it. You thought you heard a voice on Pedo's video. Strange that. I know, bless you. Rachel, I'm just seeing your comments. I don't know if you're trying to put emojis up, but it's coming up with little like wedding. It's saying face with tears of joy. I don't know what's going on there. Can you get Mark to go over to Haunted Nation? They mentioned PSI. Do they? What are they saying about PSI? Kathy? If they're being negative, I just can't be bothered. Haunted Nation. If Tina remembers that, I'll check it out, as long as it's not anything negative. People want to call us, just let them get on with it. Mary said, I've lived on Old Graveyard on 3 occasions. Didn't know anything about investigating at the time, but somewhere above normal. Right. You lived on a graveyard? What, was you in a church? What's that about? Mill Street Barracks. St. Helens. Haunted. Spooky Dookies Reviews. Good evening. Yeah, I think what is with the haters, why it kind of annoys us, is because when you put as much effort in as what we do, and the time as well, we put a lot of time into doing this, and we get very little kind of comeback off it, other than making friends on YouTube and chatting to you guys and getting your experiences. We're passionate about it, you know. So when you get them people coming along that just give you crap for the sake of it. Callum thought the My Haunted Hotel episode was fantastic. Oh, I'm glad you liked it. We really enjoyed going to it. We did. We liked it. Is it Gigi and Pop or Gigi and Pop? New to the channel, being binge watching y'all's investigations all day from Georgia. Oh, excellent. Thank you. Mad Mountain Pain. Hello. I'm a bit behind with these comments and now I'm trying to catch up. I don't like missing anybody out. Brian, how are you doing? Sad to see, saying I think I see the paranormal thing totally different way to many others. All right, cool. I think everybody's different the way they look at the paranormal. Spooky Dookies Reviews. I'm happy to catch the live stream. And I think as I was putting it on, I realised Parple was live as well. So I hope his live's going all right. $80 Fahrenheit where you are, that's 27 degrees C. What? Sorry, let's let me read. I live in a converted Victorian warehouse. I've seen someone walk past my window dozens of times at night. Not weird, until you realise my window opens out onto an enclosed courtyard only you can access. Wow! That sounds like a really cool building. Whereabouts are you? Can we come and investigate? That's the thing, isn't it? With personal experiences, that's an experience for you. Because it hasn't been documented on video or anything, sound or anything, you can't prove it. But what an experience. That's all I've got to say. I would love to witness that. I've seen hell of a lot I can't prove. I've seen something nasty crawling up the wall and I couldn't prove it. A few years back, I think a few may have had this before. I was in an older house with a different partner, so it was going back. How long me and Tina have been together? This is it actually going back probably about 17 years. I was in the house by myself on a night. I had my dog laid on the floor next to me. And I was getting that sleep paralysis kind of thing. But I opened my eyes and I could see something on the wall. And I've mentioned this before. It was a person crawling up the wall like this. But this part of their arms, the forearms, and like the legs were about 2 or 3 times longer than what they should be. And this person, it was male. It looked at me and it had these big teeth, not pointy teeth, like round, just normal rounded teeth. It just grinned at me. And I was trying to move and get off the couch, but I couldn't because it was sleep paralysis. And the dog, my dog, which was a cross Rottweiler, who's gone now, he was sat looking at me crying. And he licked my face, and that kind of brought me to. And I looked straight away and jumped off the couch, and it had gone. But I can't prove it. That was just one of my experiences. So I know what you're saying, Foxy Red. I'd love to see something like that. I inspire you to do your due diligence when doing anything. Thank you. Spooky Dookies reviews. Oh, cool. 2 and 3 a.m. Oh, 14 years, says Tina. Yeah, it's well before then. Just watching actual paranormal research and the level of attention to detail it takes. Thank you. Professor Paranormal. This fascinates you. It's not scary. I think it's memory. Right. Well, I had sleep paralysis a couple of times a year for about 5 years stretch. Strangest thing ever. Thankfully, I haven't had it happen now for about 15 years. Yeah, I mean, I haven't had it for a while, but it's never kind of gone away. I can't count how many times a year it happens, but it's a few, certainly. I'm trying to put it down to, I don't know if it's a mixture of a lot of different things like stress, lack of sleep, diet, whatever I'm eating. And yeah, probably other things going on in my life, but I don't know. I think that could have something to do with it. Rachel's just off to sort Lily out. Yeah, so I was talking to Tony. He was in 2 minds to put our video up, or one of our videos, to do a room 6. And he's urging me to put it up. People can take it for what it is. I know it was genuine. I was there. I filmed it. You guys wasn't there. As an investigator and a skeptic investigator, you're going to have to take my word for it. That is what happened. I will, Stella. Yeah, I'll put it up. If I'd have put it all up, there'd been over a couple of hours of boring footage staring at a room and a window. So what I did, I kind of, where there's nothing going on, because I checked it with the sound and everything, I've cut that out. I've kept some in and speeded it up like times 1,000, just to show you that it's not being manipulated with. I'm just speeding it up to get through to where the parts are active, what's going on. It interested me when I watched it back. I couldn't believe what was happening. Lisa's asking, has anyone ever looked into why people have sleep paralysis and if they have anything in common? I'm sure they have, yeah. I think there's been a lot of research into sleep paralysis. It's something to do with, well, what part of the sleep is it? Is it not REM sleep? Kind of when you want to wake up, but your brain's kind of telling your body it's not time yet, you need more rest, sort of thing. I know that I can't remember. A long time ago I watched it, but there is something out there, yeah. Oh, you're watching Purple debunk ghost theory? I'm surprised. I thought they were genuine. All right, I'll have to have a look at that. What are my thoughts on people being haunted places, being conduits of recorded Spooky Dookies reviews? Yeah, this again with the emojis. It's saying smiley face. So if you're writing, I can only just make a bit of that out. Thoughts, people being haunted. I don't know if people are such a haunted. Maybe places can hold energy, and items possibly, depending what they're made of. The stone tape theory, we agree with that totally. If you want to Google that and have a look, it's about the materials surrounding what the brickwork's made of and things like that, and how it records that sort of energy. For person being actually haunted, I mean, you're not talking about possession, are you, or things like that? Good evening, Purple. People just talking about your live. I went on about the same time as you, or when I went on, I realised you've just gone live or being live for so many minutes. So we'll have to check that out. Please put the video up. I cannot wait to see it and don't let the haters win. Yeah, we're going to put it up. You know, people are going to be dubious anyway, aren't they? They're going to hate. That's what people do. It's human nature for people to question everything, but there's no need to be an arsehole about it, is there? That's my way of thinking. Callum's got sleep paralysis. Right. You know, if it's happening a lot, maybe worth going to see your doctor. Mr. Roofstog saying, Purple, was you lurking? You appeared like Candyman when your name was just mentioned. You're waiting for the ghost theory onslaught. Yeah, well, I'm just saying to everybody, we're going to have to go check that out after this live. I'm sure that'll be interesting. The thing is, we expect it now. There's a lot of assholes out there, aren't there? YouTube is getting really bad for negativity. Yeah, Carlitos, you're right about that. Yeah, it's been a long time since I researched sleep paralysis, but that does actually ring a bell. So they don't sleepwalk and act out their dreams. This is why your brain kind of shuts off from your body, sort of thing. If that makes sense. Is it a person's energy being open? Some people are more sensitive, Marie. I'll say I believe everybody's got abilities to feel energies. Some people are more sensitive to it than others. And I've seen people suddenly become overnight mediums or psychic. I just think they're full of it. Everybody has got abilities. It's whether or not they try and develop on that. Do you know what I mean? Chris Fat Rabbit, hello. Oh, you were just on the phone to VIP and you got a notification I was live. I hope it wasn't anything important. Don't worry about Jelliot. He's a big baby. I don't know who that is. Is that who you've just debunked? People, spooky dookies reviews, people bringing their own energy into environment and having an effect on the said environment. By that logic, people can be haunted and bring their own ghosts into said environment? Question mark. Suppose it's a theory. Again, it's whether or not we can prove that theory in it. That's what I'm saying. But I do believe everybody's sensitive to the energy around them. Sorry, typo. It's a Victorian workhouse, not a warehouse. Foxy Red, whereabouts are you in the country? Or are you actually in the UK? I'm presuming it's UK, but the way you said Victorian, there's not many Victorian buildings. Always the Victorian buildings in America? There will be, won't they? Yeah. You can tell I need some sleep. A theory that sleep paralysis is responsible for some out-of-body experiences. Hi, Beardo. I didn't see you coming either. How are you doing? Elliot from Ghost Fairy. Yeah, I mean, like Purple just said, he's waiting for the onslaught. This last week has been really bad. I mean, Beardo just joined us. Been really, really bad with negative energy off a lot of idiots. It's kind of kept us back from putting our video up. And like I say, I was talking to Tony earlier, and he said, just put it up. You're going to get good and bad anyway, so just put it up. Let people see it. It was an experience. I was there. I witnessed it. I know what happened was real with me. So let's just put it up. Beano's at family dinner. Any new investigations coming up? We were talking about this tonight. We're going to look into it. We're looking into it. We're going to get in touch with the Warren Foundation again. They had a few cases. I'm not sure if they've got any in the UK at the minute. Not that that would go public because we're not allowed to, but we're looking into that, doing something with them. How funny is that? Mr. Rough Dog. Hi, Bid. I love the new yacht you bought with the My Haunted Hotel money. Is that the money what the boat was off with? Do you know how ridiculous was that comment? Beardo is always eating a family dinner. And the money off the haters. Yeah, exactly. The haters that are putting the crap on our videos, the things that they're writing, it's putting our algorithms up and people are viewing it more. So I suppose there is a positive in it. Give us something real to watch. Kevin, what you saw in room 3 on the Haunted Hotel was genuine. And I know a lot of people are saying we've been paid off, we faked it, there's camera cuts and everything, but there isn't bloody camera cuts. Tony's got the 4K version on his camera from a slightly different angle of the shirt pull, even the EVP, what he captured. He's putting a video together with that. He said he was, but I know he's very busy at work at the minute. Who's that? Cheza, how are you doing? Chat makes the sound elementary. What I'm referring to is that people absolutely have a biofields interactions could theoretically cause experiences. Yeah. I'm just trying to think that. Would your energy field have to match the vibration of surrounding area though? Maybe to link in with that? I don't know. I suppose I ain't got the time to study it, to be honest. There probably is a lot of research out there talking about things like that, though. It's worth maybe having a look. Haters have made you famous. You know what? The negativity really gets me down. I've kept fairly quiet for the last couple of days. And I mean, Tina kind of forced me on tonight. She said, just go on, do a live. I said, I've got nothing prepared. She said, don't worry, just turn the live on. So that's what I've done. I'm not going to explain myself for My Haunted Hotel because we haven't faked anything. Bedo never faked anything. We trust each other. And I don't believe the staff faked anything. What we could see, you know, there was actually in the control room. We was in that room ourselves. So they've got eyes on us all the time. I think in every room there's like I said, there's an infrared in one corner, and in the other corner there's a thermal. Those guys were as skeptical as we was. We spoke to them. I think the more we're experiencing, like going out and experiences that way, the more you'll experience. That's a late comment. Yeah, I mean, we've been doing it long enough. We've been experiencing loads. You're from Norfolk. That's not that far from us. Old Deptwade Workhouse. Norfolk. Actually, it might be. I'll let Tina Google how far Norfolk away is from Hull. You're a fat rabbit. You've eaten your body weight in chicken and enjoyed chilling out. Excellent. Let the haters evaporate. Yeah, exactly. It's all about vibrations. Kevin's saying if we have the attention of the haters, we're doing something right. Yeah. I mean, Danny Moss contacted me today, and he was talking about things that had been said, and I said to him, you know, we know it was real. We was there. It happened to us. You've got the footage on your camera system. We've got our 4K footage. We can prove from our end what happened. It's a slightly different angle, but you can still see it. It's still there. And it's now getting coined the shirt lifting ghost. It's a shirt lifter. When I'm silenced by haters, they win. Ignore them. That means, by all means, don't let them get you down. Don't let them get you down. And silence me. Yeah, you're right, Beardo. It's just that I like to work with positivity, and I'm around a lot of people in the church, and I can't be around that negative shit. It just makes me ill. Yeah. I mean, the moderators are good on the lives. If anything pops up like tonight, somebody was being a dick. Tina got rid of them. I'm going to ask the mods to keep an eye on the videos, what are being uploaded as well. You know, any shitty comments, just to move them. Most compelling evidence. You wouldn't believe it, Roy, but it was an old boarding school. What was left of it. It's on our videos somewhere. It's called The Strand. This place, first time we went, the atmosphere was terrible. It was so heavy. We only went because other investigators had been and they said, it's horrible there. You need to go and have a look. We had things thrown at us. And we're like, yeah, all right. But we did. There's just Tony and I there. And the atmosphere, it was heavy. And do you know when things just feel bad and your own body is warning you, stay with each other. So we did, because Tony and I, although we're a team, we always separate. We go different ways. And we use radios a lot. So we're always in touch with each other because we like to get our own bit of footage. And that way as well, we kind of doubling our chances if I go one way and he goes the other way, sort of thing. But the old boarding school, The Strand, Tony captured this actually on his body cam. We didn't even know until we got home and checked it. A black figure walked past the door. Oh, it might. And where this doorway is, on the other side of the door, is about 8 feet deep in bramble bushes, thorns. There's no possible way somebody could have walked through that. And the area we was in as well is all fenced off, so nobody can get in. But we was in there, and I think we did another video where I was taking still shots, and I was getting this black mass in the middle, and I'm like, this is weird. And this is the same location at the same time. It just started appearing on about, I don't know, 2 or 3 of my photographs. I'm taking it and there's there again. I'm like, what is this? So I showed Tony. I said, Tony, get your camera out, because he's got his cameras are high quality than mine. So he got his out, and it was happening on his camera as well. So a video has been made about that. That is something we couldn't explain. Faults with the cameras, yeah, maybe if it was one, but with 2 cameras on digital stills and the shadow figure, it just, yeah. Sorry, I was going on a bit of a ramble there, wasn't I? Well done for pushing him, team. Don't let him grind you down, Mark. You have a long background in this field. Don't shy away because of idiots. I'm not shying away. I'm just, yeah, I just need a bit of positivity, I think. I think it's because I've been ill for about 4 weeks as well, and I've only just got the antibiotics for that infection. So, living amongst souls, paranormal, happy side, paranormal, and Biro. We really enjoyed watching your video, Mike, Haunted Hotel. The guys seem really nice who run it. We can't wait sometime to go there. Yeah, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And I hope you get some experiences like we did. $157 to Norfolk, depending obviously on location. Right, okay. Thanks, Kathy. Actual question: what are the best organisations have? I think data collection based research. I think SPR English. We kind of work like they do. I've spoke to them a few times. I was going to go down to the university and give a talk on energy and things. Organisations. I mean, we collect data all the time, and like I said, we take written logs as well. If it's an investigation like it was at the hotel, we're always taking notes, or somebody's house. Obviously, if it's an abandoned place, what we shouldn't be in, it's less detailed, but we always get permission. If it's an abandoned place, we look for the people that own it, give them a phone call. So, look, can we go in? They go, well, it's dangerous, you can't go in. Right, we've got insurance, can we go in now? Yeah, all right, then go in. So, to all going to gather your doggos and go to sleep to all the time difference. Marie Weir, yeah, thank you for joining us, Marie. I hope you have a good time with your dogs. And take care. We'll see you again. Stone Tape Theory. I've just lost that. Stone Tape Theory, Foxy Red. Yeah, we totally agree with that theory. We work a lot with vibration. Richard Felix, his idea is that to introduce some form of electricity into the brickwork, for example, which is what he does a lot at Derby Jail. We didn't think that was necessarily needed. He was putting a high voltage in. We was using vibration. We were trying to match the frequency of the quartz crystals in the brickwork. We were getting really technical, but it was difficult. We're trying to find out the exact frequency of that particular quartz in that brickwork. We just have to go through the full spectrum. But yeah, good theory. Lisa's saying, do you think getting sick has anything to do with your experiment? That's when it started. No, I always get ill this time. I get ill summertime and winter at least once. Summertime is when hay fever starts, later spring, summer. I just get it. I get bad hay fever and then I get chest infection. I think that's what started this. Winter will come and obviously somebody will... My day job, working in funeral care, I catch all sorts. If it's going, I catch it. And I've got kind of a weakened immune system because obviously having cancer and going through chemo, that was back in 2012, by the way. I've never been right since. After having chemotherapy, I've just seemed to catch everything. Although my immune system should have gone straight back up, I can't. I do blame it. It's just since I've had that, I just get ill. Truly laughable. What's that? I understand what you're saying, Matt. Even if the things people say and do are truly laughable, it still can get you down. You get that completely, Shandy. Yeah. Sometimes I wish I was more like Tony. I'm the easygoing one. Tony will just say it how it is, and he will upset people That's why if there's any problems, I try and sort it out because I'm more diplomatic than Tony. He will think nothing of saying stuff he maybe shouldn't do. He says it how it is, and sometimes I think I should be like that. But oh, you're back. You checked out Purple debunking ghost theory. Yeah, I'm going to check that out. 5,600 kilometers to hold from here. Where are you, Kevin? No, you don't have to apologize for asking questions. Different perspectives about the paranormal the world over. Yeah. I think when it comes to paranormal research, there's a lot of different ways you can approach paranormal research. I suppose one way isn't necessarily right. There's loads of different approaches you can do. So it's good to understand everything, really, if you can. Do as much research as possible. Just feeling a bit run down. Yeah, that's all it is, I think. Richard Felix is a historian, but he's also a paranormal investigator. And he's a very good historian. We've still got some videos from Richard Felix a couple of years back when we went to Derby Jail and met him and investigated. He stayed with us for about an hour and 20 minutes talking constantly, but it was brilliant. We had a really good conversation. We've got some more videos to go up, what I still haven't put up, about witchcraft and some of the things what carved into the cell doors at Derby in the jail. Spooky Dookie's reviews is American. Stella, I've been through it. Yeah, I've been through it, but I've survived, so I'm not going to grumble. Even when I had cancer, I wasn't grumbling. I was still out investigating, doing public events. I think I went out. Tina, correct me on this because I was medicated up quite strongly. Was it the same night or the next day after chemo? And people saying, "What the hell are you doing on this investigation? You should be at home in bed." But if it was going to kill me, I was going to go down enjoying something what I like doing. Mike, so yeah, chemo does seriously compromise your immune system. When I was going through chemo, I was obviously 6 months. Tina? I mean, I was drugged up. How long was I going through chemo, Tina? I can't remember the exact amount of months. But while I was on chemo, I was at high risk of killing myself just from a cold or a flu. Don't hold it against me. I don't hold that against you being American. Why would I hold that against you? I've got a lot of American friends. We've had a lot of invites to go over to America. If we had the money, we'd be over there every week. Oh, Roy's from the States as well. Excellent. And Lisa, cool. It was the same night, Tina's saying 6 months. Yeah. We was, what was that? I have tried for someone to contact anything due to a tragedy. Gigi popped me. Oh, wow. That's interesting. You know, if you wanted to share that with people, you should upload it onto your YouTube. Wow, considering we was only going to do this for 30 minutes, we've been on quite a long time, haven't we? It's my favourite, most memorable experience as an investigator. Every time I investigate with Tony, every time, we're a double act. What you don't see on our footage, because we don't put it in, we totally mess about. We have such a laugh. We've got the same kind of sense of humour, and we just wind each other up as well. So for me, that is part of the experience, and that is a good experience because obviously he's a friend, and we do have a good time together. I've enjoyed going to some of these really famous locations, like the ancient Ramin and things like that, and 30 East Drive. Even though nothing happened, we loved it because we got the chance to investigate these famous locations and didn't experience what everybody else experienced. But it was a night out, I suppose. Roy, yeah, I went on an investigation on, and it was a public event. I think it was about 15 people straight after having chemotherapy. I felt like shit. I felt shocking, but I thought I was in that frame set, that mindset. You know, if I'm going to die, because that's what I thought I was going to die. You do when you get cancer, you think you're going to die. I'm going out enjoying it. I'm going to love it, and I'm with my friends. So that's what I did. Obviously, Tina was looking after me. She always has done, going through chemo and everything. Every illness, she's looked after me. Okay now. I'm okay now. Oh, you're okay now. You don't do YouTube videos, upload you all for your bravery. Bravery, why? It doesn't bother me talking to people on a live. All I'm staring at is my monitor screen with a camera on the top of it. For me to get round public speaking, it kind of hit me when I joined the ministry in the church, because straight away I was thrown at the deep end to do religious readings on a Sunday from the Bible to a congregation of 100 people or so, depending on how many was there, and actually take part in a church service with the vicars in front of all these people and speaking to them. And you do kind of get used to it, but once you've got over that, that's cool. Jean, how you doing? Roy, that makes Tina an angel. Yeah, or a devil. No, she was brilliant through it. I mean, for those of you that obviously gone through it as well, with me, one of the things when I was having the chemo treatment, I lost all sense of taste. So everything tasted of, I don't know what it was, nothing really. And that really annoyed me. You know, until I actually come off the treatment, I couldn't taste food. Didn't matter what I ate, might as well just been cardboard. But I don't know if you had it right. I can't remember if you said you had it or not. They put you on all kinds of medication, including steroids, and these steroids made me eat 24/7. I couldn't stop eating. I just emptied the cupboards. If the cat had left its dinner for long enough, I would have eaten the cat's food. I was just hungry all the time. Mr. Rough Dog, I'm sorry to hear you lost your your partner 20 years ago. There's nothing wrong with being a skeptic. We're skeptical. It's the best way to be. You've got to question things. But like I said earlier, people question things sometimes in the wrong way. But I have a bit of a hope, even if your expectations of an afterlife are zero. Who knows? Who knows what's, but like I said, if I'm religious, so I hope I'm going up there and not down there. Treatment for what? Cancer, chemotherapy. Almost, thankfully, I've never had serious illness. You know what? They were saying, I think mine was caused by, I mean, at the time I was doing a lot at the gym and a lot of martial arts because I've got a martial arts background. High impact because I don't smoke. I drink, but only very occasionally. On a Saturday, I might have a couple of shots of port or something. High impact, fist. It's activating something in the cells in your hands. Saying everybody's got that cancer gene in them, haven't they? It just takes something to activate it. What was it? I've broken a lot of bones as well, so I don't know if that's anything to do with it. Foxy Red is in the process of remodelising my flat, but once that's done, you'd be more than welcome. I've heard several stories, both from current residents and from folks involved. Oh, cool. We've got an invite to Norfolk to investigate. Used to be a hotel owned by the Cray twins. Yeah? Who knows? That is interesting. Was they up Norfolk? Hey, pulling my leg. Your wife's just done stage 4 recovery. All right, okay. Spooky Dookies reviews. Yeah. I do feel for you. Obviously, I've been through basically hell and back, as I'm sure you have. One thing, what got me through it, apart from Tina and a few spiritual experiences, never give up. Never ever throw the towel in. Even as you're dying, don't give up. That's what kept me alive, I think. It's getting a bit hot up here. Gene, all right, okay. To do with Beardo and the doll. I'm sure Beardo can answer that better than I can. I don't know if he's still in, but he was in earlier. Looks like a second face followed the camera. I didn't see that. Through chemo, I used to say his urine smelled like popcorn. Weird stuff happens to you, Cheza, when you're going through chemo. Your nails go funny. Your teeth can fall out. Pee, blood, no taste. Obviously, you lose all your hair. Well, comes out in clumps. So what I did, I just shaved mine off. And it kind of upset me a bit because my middle lad, Ethan, who lives with my ex, he was only young and he loved going out with me everywhere. He wouldn't come near me because I'd shaved my head. So I had to wear a hat and that just so he'd come near me. It frightened him a bit. I would not wish that on my enemies. Yeah. Your partner lost a daughter a while ago, but sometimes we hear what sounds like someone sitting on the stairs. Sometimes softly, sometimes loud, but I think that I'm here. Chris, yeah, I do hope that is a sign and that brings you comfort, really. I do. Living amongst souls, paranormal. My girlfriend loves anything to do with the Crays. So do I love the Crays. We're coming down to Norfolk if that was owned by the Crays. Survival stories really help a lot. I love hearing people's stories of strength and survival. I lost my mum to Gresham Cole and liver cancer. Oh, 2018. Sorry about that, Eric. Yeah, I mean, we've lost quite a few family members. It's not easy, is it? It's hard. People do survive. When I was going through the chemo in the hospital, I was next to people, and because I was laid in a bed. I was there for all day, 9 hours, because my body was reacting against the chemo. It was very difficult to get that in my veins because I was just having reactions all the time. People had a few weeks to live that were in the bed next to me, and they're as pleasant as hell. They accepted it and just waiting for it, really. But yeah, we do a lot whenever we do like charity. It is nearly always cancer charities we raise funds for. Um, I was training up to do the London Marathon before COVID come along. I wouldn't be able to do it now because obviously I caught COVID, and COVID practically killed me. It just took it out of me. I can't run like that anymore. But that was all for the UK cancer research. I fully support anybody that's going through that. If people ask us if we do a paranormal event, and help raise funds for that, we've done it before because it is close to me as well, that sort of thing. I'm going to take my jacket off, Tina. Have I got trousers on? Yeah, I've got my jeans on. I normally do it just sat in my boxer shorts because nobody else can see the bottom part, can they? Look, got my jeans on. Got my jeans on. Cancer sucks. Yeah, let's not bring anybody else down. Don't know how we got onto this, but my wife attributes her full recovery to her love of humanity and underlying possibilities of hope. She absolutely made a believe out of me. Yeah. Spooky Dookie's reviews. Yeah, that to me, that's what kept me going. Was hope. Just don't give up. Because I think it had come to. I know I shouldn't talk about this because it's just bringing people down. It's a bit negative in it, but there's an outcome. I survived. After 3 months of having chemo, I just wanted to die. I'd had enough. Chemo can be worse than the cancer, I'm telling you. But yeah, don't give up. And I used to fit carpets. He fitted the carpet flat. Mrs. Craig, their mother. Got the invoice paid for someone that's very small. All right, okay. Mr. Roughdog, that's a cool link. COVID is certainly going around. There's a new strain. My day job just isn't with a church. I do funeral care as well. And obviously we know what these people have died of. And there's a new strain of COVID, apparently. Well, that's what happens with viruses, isn't it? They mutate from person to person. So there's going to be. You support cancer charities, Macmillan. Yeah, I did a lot for Macmillan as well. Macmillan, they're brilliant. They are good. Macmillan as well is one of the only ones that give out like a grant as well. You're a very kind person. Cool. Spend my work days taking care of late stage bowel cancer. Yeah, patients, some of it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a tough job, Mike, isn't it? I'm glad people like you were there to do that, though. Because if it was me, I would probably break down. I really would. Your mum had chemo for 10 years and thought she'd pass. And though she passed, she never stopped fighting. No, exactly. Never, ever stop fighting or give up hope. Nooking Foots. How was the hotel investigation with Bido? It was good. It was a good investigation. We all enjoyed it. And obviously, we got to meet Bido as well as the guys at the hotel. We all got on. We had a good laugh, good chat. What else would you like to investigate? Well, we've got our eyes set on a few places in America. Gettysburg. Tony's been talking about that for a while. Whether or not that'll happen, I don't know. We've also been invited to California. Where else have we been invited to? A few places. We're set on America next. That's what we want to do. Not many Brits do America, do they? It's having the money. Being able to go, leave work, go, then come back and go back to work. That's the only problem. My mum died during COVID in the hospital, misplaced her body. Wow. Didn't die from COVID. Obviously, Jean, the found your mum again. I'm sorry to hear that as well. Doesn't negative talk. It's all part of this merry journey we're on, says Stella. Yeah, generally, but I think it's because we all put a lot of effort into doing this on YouTube, and it's we do kind of take it a bit personal where we maybe shouldn't. It's just it's going to happen all the time, isn't it? But we've got good people who can inform us and good mods who help us. You've got another small link to the crater buried behind the house I grew up in. My bedroom used to overlook Chingford Cemetery. Wow. I'd actually like to visit that grave. I'd be sat there with my ghost box and voice recorder. I started watching Hospice Nurse. It's warming, even if sad. She's a person to admire. Yeah, Shandy. He was a deputy for many years. Disabled now from it. But seeing and hearing things. I went on calls for I would say I was a debunker, so yeah. You're a ninja warrior. Who do I respect as a debunker? Anybody that's trying to prove that somebody is fake, I respect that, because it is damaging the paranormal community. We need to be taken seriously as investigators. They don't need to be seeing this crap what's out there by the likes of like Smug Puppy or Lane and Ben don't do it now because they've been caught out too many times, but like Really Haunted, things like that. I'm saying the UK ones because I don't know many American ones. I know Twin Paranormal are faking it. Ben and Colby, is it? I think I did one of the equipment that was messing about with. Anybody that stands up for the truth, that's what I respect. Personal experience that we can truly enrich the future. Yeah. It was awful. Where's the one place you believe you had a paranormal experience? You see, it's hard for us, Gene, to say we had paranormal experience. We will say it was unexplained because that could come back to bite us in the ass, couldn't it? We've had quite a few experiences that we can't explain. Like I said earlier, the strand where there's that shadow figure and the black masses in the photographs and the atmosphere feeling heavy. We've had quite a few. Foxy Red, I'm sorry you've lost both your parents recently. Shandy, yeah, it is hard not to take it personally. Everybody's different, I think. But I do take things personally when it's our work, what's getting people leaving bad comments on. Chingford Cemetery looks better now. Ivy scared the heck out of you as a kid. Right. I've seen a full bodied apparition. No, we were talking about that earlier. That's the holy grail of paranormal investigators, isn't it? They want to see a full-bodied apparition. Any decent paranormal investigation channels I could recommend? I would recommend the Warren Foundation for Paranormal Research because we're members of that. Not sure how much they make public, but I would recommend them because they are modern day like us now. They're pretty much exactly how we investigate. Spiritual, I've been looking to see small. All right, you've seen them in a dream, both of them when you died. Well, both since they died. Stella would bite you in the ass at Highgate Cemetery. Anyway, folks, I'm at work in the morning. I think I've got, I don't know if it's 1 or 2 funerals to do. So I'm going to love you and leave you. And say thank you very much for joining me on this live. What was just pretty much last minute spare of the moment thing because Tina kind of told me to go and do it. I haven't seen the Foreman Brothers, no. Spooky Dookies reviews. Thanking Tina. Gigi and Pop or Giggy and Pop, have a great night yourself. Thank you. Foxy Red, exactly, yeah, that's a good one. Bless you, loving thoughts to all heartbroken folk. Yeah, you know, everybody's got a story, haven't they? But what we don't know. We don't know what's going on in people's lives. So we do wish everybody the best. You saw Neil Fielding in a dream. And you were at a Barry Manilow concert. A cross necklace, of which I didn't know belonged to my nan. Be well. Yeah, I'll get that up. I will get it up. I'm not going to get it done tonight. I'm not going to finish it tonight. Tomorrow, hopefully, I'll get it up. Lisa, thank you. I'm getting there, Lisa. It's taking a while, but I'm getting there. Mike, good night. Callum, take care. Lisa, good night. Mr. Rough Dog, good night. Shandy, good night. Tina, I'll see you in a minute. Roy, good night. Jean, good night. I've said Mr. Rough Dog, Foxy Red, Spooky Dookies review, Stella. I think I've mentioned everybody. I can't tell. It is amazing who and how you meet, yeah. Mike said, hit the like on the way out. Awesome live stream. First time I've caught one, Roy. Yeah, didn't have a clue what I was going to talk about, so I'm glad people actually talked to me. But yeah, it was just letting you know. I mean, you know what's going on in the paranormal community because you watch the other debunking channels. And you tomorrow. On bated breath. Night, everyone. Take care. Thank you, Cassie. I do appreciate it. Chris, Fat Rabbit, take care. Good vibes, Stella. Definitely. Right. Night mods. Yeah, the mods do an ace job. Thank you, everybody. We do appreciate it. We will catch you next. I think we're going out on Friday, but we cannot get a signal where we're going. We do know that because we've been about 8 times before. So hopefully we'll have some more footage to come back with on Friday. We will be live again on Sunday from Tony's. Hopefully well enough to do the PSI method, the experiment. Night, night. Good night.